In this video, we will be walking through the terminal control guide for the MD800 VFD. Each MD800 power supply comes with built-in I/O terminal blocks that can be used to control the drives. By default, the drives contain 4 digital inputs, 4 digital input-outputs, and 2 analog inputs. However, the drive can utilize an expansion card slot for extra I/O slots if necessary. The part number is IOM1 and can be purchased from the link in the description. This expansion card carries 8 digital inputs, 8 digital outputs, and 2 analog inputs. For this video, we will only use the onboard terminals. The first step is to wire the terminals. We will be using the same button layout as used in our MD520 terminal block video. There are 2 momentary buttons, a 3-position switch, and an e-stop button, as well as a potentiometer to change the frequency. Additionally, we are required to have a jumper to connect OP to plus 24 volts in order to utilize the onboard power supply. After we have finished wiring, we will configure each axis for its respective motor. This step is covered in the MD800 Quick Start Guide. Review the sections involving resetting the drive, entering motor parameters, and auto-tuning the motors before returning to this video. The next section will cover the control mode for the axis. Each axis can be controlled by a different control mode, so we will have to set each axis individually. We will start from axis 1 and press the back button. Navigating into the F0 field, the first field to be modified will be F0-01. This is the motor control mode. For this example, we will keep it in the voltage over frequency mode. The next field, F0-02, is the command source. By default, it is set to 0 for the operating panel. We need to change this value to 1 for terminal control. F0-03 is our frequency source, which we will change to 2 or 3 depending on whether we are using analog input 1 or 2 respectively. We will move over to the field F0-12 to change our maximum running frequency of the drive, which is also limited by the value we previously set at F0-10. Remember to repeat this step for each used axis. Once we have saved these fields, the next section will cover the fields that set the terminal parameters. We will navigate to the F4 field to adjust all of these. Side note, each function can only be assigned to one field. For the MD800, the fields F4-00 all the way to F4-15 are used to define the settings for DI1 through 8. The even-numbered fields are used to define the source of the signal, either from the power supply unit or the expansion card. The odd-numbered fields are used to define the function of each DI terminal. For this example, we are only using the power supply unit terminals, so F4-00 will be set to 1, F4-02 to 2, F4-04 to 3, F4-06 to 4, and F4-08 to 5. From the table, we can see that 5 is a DIO source, which means it can be used as an input or output terminal. However, F4-08 is used for digital input 5. If you want to set it as a digital output, you will do that under the F5 field. The next fields we set are the odd-numbered fields. For this demo, we will set F4-01 to 4 for forward jog, F4-03 to 1 for forward run, F4-05 to 2 for reverse run, F4-07 to 45 for emergency stop, and F4-09 to 5 for reverse jog. Finally, we need to set our analog input source, which is done in F4-25. The value for this should be set to 1 for the analog input 1 on the power supply unit. We will adjust the values for the other drive as well. You are able to use the same terminals to act differently for different drives. For this example, we will swap the forward and reverse run commands so the motors run in opposite directions. As we can see, when I adjust the potentiometer, the frequency changes with it. Pressing either button causes the drive to jog at 2 Hz in each respective direction. Flipping the switch causes the drive to run at max speed in each respective direction. And most importantly, hitting the emergency stop causes the motor to immediately stop. This has been a guide to configure the MD800 inverter drive with terminal block control. Please check out the other videos on our channel for more ways to set up the drive or help setting up other Inovance devices.